Well, we made it here and we are at RRM Auto where the Corvette has been straightened. You can see where all the damage was and what they had to do to pull it on this frame machine. So the way that it works really is the frame machine is the square reference point and they use hydraulics and chains to pull everything back to square. We're waiting on the new subframe to come in. It's going to be shipped, or it was shipped, and it's going to be here in the next hour or so, where we're going to make sure that the two subframes are actually the same. This one seems close, it seems okay, but I'm going to start going at the car with some wire wheels so that we're getting the frame ready to weld some reinforcements in. And yeah, thank you guys at RRM Auto. Couldn't do it without you. Here's the engine, here's the suspension, and here is the car. I showed you guys briefly, but we can take one closer look without my face in the way. These patches were welded on. We're gonna add a couple pieces here to brace wherever the metal was wrinkled, so that we're equally as strong left to right. This is the condition of the car. It's been sitting for, since Finland, and it's dusty, it's dirty, it's got bolts and pieces everywhere, and it's our job to put it together. Here's the package from Canada with these fresh motor plates from Dilly Bar. We decided to do a CNC machined bracket because we could and it looks way better. I also added these slots on the bottom. They're gonna make it easier to install, just in case the frame rails are not perfect. The slot's gonna give us a bit of room. Here we are actually making an adjustment to the right frame rail. It had to be pulled down 3 to 4 millimeters relative to the other side. And I welded up the new cross structure. It's actually about 8 or 9 pounds lighter than the other one. Lightened it up, thinned it up so that it would actually damage more in an accident. These are some universal plates just to cover up the wrinkle spots and keep it strong. The engine is in and we have some lines, some hoses and wires hooked up. The subframe is still off, which is cool that you can drop the car on top of the engine and have it install like this. It's really handy. Going vertical for Instagram and you can see where the dent is in the header and where the frame rail was and how far it had to go to hit it. That's crazy. Tuesday, we are back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new bash bar. I'm gonna walk over and show you what the old bash bar looks like, but basically we hit the wall on the right side so many times in Finland, same with everybody else, it was nobody's fault but the tracks, that we actually unbolted it, flipped it, and then bolted it back on, and then hit the wall again. So you're gonna see this bash bar has a nice flattened corner and 2 well-kinked sides. Crazy. Crazy how strong that rear structure is that has the rad. Made from the same material that we make our angle kits from, it is insanely tough. Up front, I have the hood pins going in. These standoffs here, I'm gonna weld something to them. You'll probably see that Wednesday. I'm gonna weld something to that so that it bolts to the front crash structure, allowing me to kind of still make adjustments to them even after they're bolted. But so far the hood pins are going to be an upgrade. That front crash structure is an upgrade. The whole setup might lose 20 pounds up front, give or take. So we're making some small improvements as we go along. I know that I need to adjust the ride height. I increased the stiffness a little bit so it doesn't compress as much. So I'm going to do that, fasten these fenders a lot better. And that's pretty much it. Inside, everything's wired up, running, sounds good, works good. Power steering's working. Shut that off and get ready to just keep grinding. You guys will see more progress on Wednesday. We definitely need to address this. This looks awful and feels awful. Not sure what we're gonna do. If it's gonna be just like a red bulb of some kind, chilling, you guys will see.
other Milwaukee battery. It's got no battery left.
It has 2 bars. The battery's literally gabagool.
That's 1 bar.
What are you talking about? 1 bar?
That's 3 bars. What's happened? Give us a rundown.
So we got a hoist. It's way too tall. Where did we go from, Kyle? It was at 147, and now we're at 127? No, that's not right. 137. So anyway, you can see the rafters we have and all the conduit that runs that way. So it won't fit between there if we tried to go up into the rafter. And we also kind of thought that Kyle might crush a car in there. So we're getting below the rafters. So all we had to do, Jack's idea actually, we used 2 existing holes, and then we're re-drilling the 2 top holes to slide this whole top piece down. And then from these 4 holes, that's what that big cross member is. So that'll be the intermediate piece between the 2 posts. And then, yeah, we're just relocating, and then we'll need a couple new cables. But other than that, shouldn't be too bad. Right, Kyle? Right.
So we are going to do a shop walkthrough once the whole new area is cleaned up, organized and everything. But as you guys know, we moved the whole shipping area, which was over here, into the back of the shop. And now this whole area here is all for R&D, working on cars, working on the Corvette, just a bigger space to be able to open up. And then we'll be able to keep, like on these racks, we can keep our prototype parts, all of our stock components and everything like that. But yeah, like obviously we still have the water jet over here. We're getting a laser machine, so that's kind of cool. That'll be in the next little bit. But yeah, we're expanding.